Did you know that 1 in 4 adults over the age of 65 will experience a fall this year? It's a startling statistic, one that affects millions of families. But what if I told you that some older adults, despite their age, seem nearly immune to falling? They walk with a sense of ease, strength, and natural balance that most others seem to lose over time. What's their secret? That's exactly what we're uncovering today. These falls we're talking about aren't just small stumbles or embarrassing slips. For adults over 60, falls are actually the leading cause of injury-related deaths. They can drastically reduce independence, mobility, and overall confidence. But certain older adults still move with incredible stability, almost as if they've discovered a hidden formula the rest of us never learned. Well, it turns out they have. Today, I'm going to reveal 7 specific walking techniques that older adults who rarely fall use every day. Methods that have been recommended by leading geriatric specialists and physical therapists, yet are rarely taught to the general public. These aren't complex routines. They don't require special equipment, hours of training, or a fitness background. They're subtle, highly effective shifts in how you walk, simple adjustments that become second nature with just a little awareness and practice. And the 4th technique? You'll be amazed. It's something most people do backwards every day without realizing it. Before we dive in, have you or someone you care about ever experienced a fall? If so, drop the word balance in the comments below. This could be the first step to transforming not just how you walk, but how you live. Let me introduce you to Thomas. Thomas is a 72-year-old retired engineer. Just a year and a half ago, he endured 3 serious falls within a short 6-month period. The 3rd fall was the most severe. It landed him in the hospital with a fractured hip, a traumatic event that, in his words, was a wake-up call. Thomas: after my surgery, I really thought my independent days were done. My daughter had already started looking into assisted living options. I was devastated. But everything changed when Thomas began working with a physical therapist who introduced him to something quite different from the typical recovery routine. Not just exercises, but a complete reinvention of how he walked. These weren't extreme changes. They were subtle, powerful techniques that began to transform his balance almost immediately. Fast forward just 12 months, and Thomas hasn't had a single fall since. In fact, he's back to hiking on moderate trails with his grandkids. So how did he do it? Let's dive into the 7 walking secrets that changed Thomas's life and could change yours. Walking secret number 1: your eyes guide your steps. The very first secret might surprise you because it doesn't involve your legs, your feet, or your muscles. It's all about your eyes. Let me ask you this: where do you look when you walk? If you're like most older adults, your eyes are likely glued to the ground, just a few feet ahead of you. It seems logical, right? You want to watch out for potential hazards like cracks, cords, uneven sidewalks. But here's the paradox. Looking down actually increases your risk of falling. Why? Because when you fix your gaze downward, several things happen all at once. Your head tilts forward, shifting your center of gravity. Your neck and upper back muscles begin to tighten. Your shoulders round forward. And most importantly, your body's balance system receives incomplete information about your environment. This is where the 3-point gaze technique becomes a game changer. Thomas first learned this during his recovery. Thomas: at first it felt so unnatural. I was terrified I'd trip over something if I wasn't scanning the ground constantly. But within just a few days, everything changed. My posture, my breathing, even my confidence. So what is the 3-point gaze technique? Near point. Keep your eyes about 10 to 15 feet ahead of you, not directly at your feet. This gives your body enough time to react to obstacles while maintaining good posture. Far point. Every 10 to 15 seconds, lift your gaze to the horizon or your destination. This naturally straightens your spine and reinforces balance. Peripheral awareness. Train yourself to become more aware of the environment at your sides without turning your head. This is key. You're expanding your field of awareness and reacting to movement without compromising your posture. Thomas practiced this religiously. Every morning on his walk, he'd pick a landmark in the distance and maintain the near gaze, periodically shifting to the far point and keeping his side vision activated. Thomas: within 2 weeks, I was walking taller, breathing easier, and I just felt steadier, like I had rewired my whole sense of balance. And the science backs it up. A study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that individuals who practiced proper gaze techniques showed increased step length, reduced postural sway, and improved reaction time to obstacles by nearly 20%. Think about it. A simple change in where you look can help retrain your entire walking mechanics. Now be honest. Do you typically look down while walking? If so, comment "guilty" below. Don't worry, you're not alone. Awareness is the first step to change, but the gaze technique works best when paired with secret number 2, which starts from the ground up. Walking secret number 2, the heel-to-toe roll. Now let's move to your feet, the foundation of every step you take. Here's a question. Have you ever noticed how young children walk? There's a natural rhythmic flow to their steps. Their heel touches down first, then their foot rolls forward to the toe in one smooth motion. But as we get older, many of us unknowingly adopt flawed walking patterns. We either land flat-footed, slapping the ground with the whole foot at once, or worse, land toe first, especially when moving cautiously. Both of these patterns severely compromise balance. Flat-footed walking removes your body's natural shock absorption. You don't roll through the step, you thud, and every joint feels the impact. Toe-first walking narrows your base of support, like walking on a tightrope. The correct method? The heel-to-toe roll. This is how the human body is designed to move, efficiently and safely. Here's how it works. Start each step with your heel making first contact. Let your weight roll smoothly along the outer edge of your foot. Finish by pushing off with your toes. This movement pattern creates a stable triangle of support beneath each step, activates your ankle muscles properly, and engages your legs' full range of motion. Thomas, I had no idea I'd been walking flat-footed for years. Practicing the heel-to-toe roll felt strange at first, almost exaggerated, but within a few weeks I could feel my balance shifting. I was steadier, and even walking on uneven sidewalks felt easier. Dr. James Richardson, a rehabilitation specialist with over 30 years studying gait mechanics, explains it best. The heel-to-toe roll activates a chain of muscle responses from your foot to your hip that stabilize your stride. Without it, your body overcompensates in awkward ways, which raises your fall risk. If you have foot pain, arthritis, or wear orthotics, you can start small, shorter strides, slow pace, focus on the motion. The important thing is the pattern, not the speed. Try this now. Take 5 slow, mindful steps using the heel-to-toe roll. Feel the difference in balance? If so, comment the word "smooth" below. When it comes to walking stability, many people focus on posture, stride, and balance. But they forget to consider something critical: their shoes. Your footwear can either help you stay balanced or silently sabotage you. As we age, 2 major changes affect our feet. Loss of sensation. The nerve endings in your feet become less sensitive, reducing the amount of feedback your brain receives about the ground beneath you. This condition is called age-related peripheral neuropathy. Weakened foot muscles. After decades of wearing stiff, overly supportive shoes, the small, stabilizing muscles in your feet weaken, reducing natural foot responsiveness. This combination creates a perfect storm. Weaker feet and dulled signals, and the wrong footwear only makes it worse. Thomas, I used to wear thick, slip-on walking shoes with tons of cushioning. They felt comfy, but my therapist called them balance blockers. And they really were. In fact, shoes that are too soft, bulky, or lack structure can diminish your sense of connection to the ground, making you less responsive and more vulnerable to slips and stumbles. So what should you wear? Here are 3 footwear features every stable walking shoe must have. A low, wide heel. A small heel is fine, about 1 inch, but the heel must be wide and stable. Avoid high heels or shoes with narrow bases. A thin, flexible sole in the forefoot. This helps your feet sense changes in terrain. Overly cushioned soles block that feedback. Secure closure. Laces or strong Velcro straps are a must. Slip-ons often become loose over time and can't offer the needed support. Thomas, I bought a pair with all three features, and I immediately noticed a difference walking on grass, gravel, even uneven sidewalks. But footwear is only half the equation. The muscles in your feet also need to work. Think of your shoes like a helmet. They help protect, but you still need to train the muscles inside. Here's a simple 3-part foot strengthening routine you can do while sitting. Foot strengthening routine. Toe spreading. Sit in a chair. Spread your toes as wide as you can. Hold for 5 seconds. Repeat 10 times. Towel scrunching. Place a small towel on the floor. Use your toes to scrunch it toward you. Repeat for 2 minutes. Marble pickup. Use your toes to pick up small objects like marbles or buttons and place them in a bowl. Aim for 5 minutes daily. A study in the Journal of Podiatric Medicine found that 6 weeks of foot exercises like these improve balance by over 30% in older adults, particularly on challenging surfaces like gravel, sand, or uneven flooring. Dr. Emily Spall, podiatrist and movement science expert, says, the human foot contains over 200,000 nerve endings. The right shoes and strong foot muscles let those nerves do what they're designed to do. Keep you safe. Quick check. Are your current shoes helping or hurting your stability? Look at the heel, the sole, and the closure. Do a little inventory today. Walking secret number 6, the tightrope mistake and the stability rectangle fix. Have you ever watched someone who looked a little wobbly while walking? You might notice their feet are too close together, sometimes even crossing an imaginary line in front of them. This narrow gait turns your steps into a tightrope walk. And tightropes? They're great for circus performers, not so much for daily errands. Thomas, this blew my mind. I'd walked that way for years. My feet nearly touched with every step. I didn't realize how unstable it made me. What you need instead is called the widened base technique. Rather than letting your feet drift inward toward the center line, keep each foot aligned under its own hip, roughly hip width apart. This creates a solid stability rectangle beneath you, giving your body a broader platform to work with. But this doesn't mean walking like a cowboy or marching band member. The key is natural, gentle separation between your feet, not exaggerated spacing. The tape trick. To learn this quickly, try Thomas's tape method. Take 2 strips of painter's tape. Place them on your hallway floor, hip width apart. Walk slowly along the hallway, ensuring each foot stays within its lane. Thomas. It felt strange at first, like my feet were too far apart. But after 2 weeks, it became automatic. I stopped wobbling sideways. This technique is especially helpful on uneven ground. Think grass, gravel, carpet transitions. A 2023 study from Johns Hopkins Gait and Balance Lab found that walking with a widened base reduced lateral sway by up to 40%, making it one of the most effective gait corrections for fall prevention. Dr. Lisa Constantius, balance specialist. Narrow walking patterns often precede lateral falls, one of the most dangerous types for older adults. Just adjusting your base can reduce that risk dramatically. Mental cue. Imagine walking along 2 train tracks. Your feet should never cross the other track. Visualize this until it becomes your norm. Walking secret number 7, the pause that prevents a fall. You may be surprised to learn that most falls don't happen during straight line walking. Instead, they happen during transitions, those brief moments when you shift from one movement to another. Standing up from a chair, turning to go another direction, stepping onto a different surface. Stopping suddenly, navigating through doorways. Each of these involves what therapists call a transition moment, and rushing through them without allowing your balance system to recalibrate is a leading cause of falls. The fix? A technique called the mindful transition pause. Here's how it works. Before you change direction, stop for 3 seconds. Engage your core. Remember walking secret number 3. Recenter your eyes and balance. Then move deliberately. Thomas. I used to twist my body before my feet moved. That's when I'd get those dizzy, unsteady moments. Now I pause, breathe, and pivot correctly. Haven't had one of those moments since. One of the most important applications of this technique is for turning. Rather than twisting your upper body while your feet stay planted, a common fall trigger, use the pivot and step method. Stop completely. Shift your weight. Pick up your foot. Place it in the new direction. Let your body follow. Thomas marked high-risk transition points in his home, his favorite chair, hallway corners, bathroom door, with small red dot stickers as reminders. Thomas. I don't even need the dots now. The pause became automatic, and those shaky turns, gone. The Fall Prevention Research Lab at Oregon Health Sciences University found that 87% of falls in adults over 65 occur during transitions. Implementing a simple 3-second pause reduced fall incidence by nearly 50%. The 7-day transformation plan. Let's bring it all together. Implementing these techniques might feel overwhelming at first, but not if you break them down into manageable daily steps. Here's a 7-day plan to gradually build these habits into your daily life. Day focus area practice tips. Day 1, gaze technique. Practice looking 10 to 15 feet ahead, then to your destination. Day 2, heel to toe roll. Walk 10 minutes, focusing on smooth heel to toe motion. Day 3, core engagement. Use the zip up technique during all walks. Add reminder dots. Day 4, arm swing reset. Exaggerate your arm swing for 5 minutes, then return to natural swing. Day 5, footwear and foot strength. Evaluate your shoes. Begin towel and toe exercises. Day 6, widen base. Use the tape trick to retrain step width. Day 7, mindful transitions. Practice the 3-second pause at key transitions. Use stickers. After this week, spend 2 to 3 minutes each day reviewing all 7 techniques mentally before your walks. Over time, these become your new walking normal.